So we got a whole lot of people showing up for this race. It should be really good. And here we go. Okay, so I'm going to start by talking a little about some of the changes that were made between the total tournament randomizer races that we saw last summer and the league races that we're using now. So there's a website that was created using the Varia randomizer that allows people to customize seeds, and we have created a custom seed with some of this most. Okay, so it's very much similar to the total rando that a lot of you are used to. Major swap with majors, minor swap with minors. One major difference is the ammo is now at 3 missiles to 2 super missiles to 1 power bombs. And then there's some tricks that are more likely to be needed. So some spring ball jumps, the wave gate without high jump boots could be required. Few other things. But all the soft lock protections are in. Suits are the same as in the total randomizer. So a lot of it's going to be very similar.
Looks pretty vanilla so far.
Yeah, as we like to say, is this even randomized?
We'll see what the item is in the next room.
And we have an E-Tank.
More vanilla.
Still vanilla. Zosti having a little bit of trouble with the D-boost. Scotty getting it first try, and I apologize right now. I'm going to be going back and forth between calling Totori Scotty and Totori the entire night. Asi having no trouble, and Tilborp a little bit behind, but he'll get there. And super is a good thing to pick up early, but no power bomb, so they're going to have no choice but to go up the elevator. No meme route tonight.
I believe that does mean they will have to check Bomb Chorizo.
They have to check Bomb Chorizo. Bomb Chorizo will have one of 3 items. It'll either be bombs, a screw attack, or speed booster, because otherwise they can't get through.
Zosti actually didn't pick up the E-Tank.
Yeah, it looks like he was struggling with that D-boost a little bit. Looks like he's down to 9. He's pretty comfortable playing with less energy, so he should be fine without it. And that gives Scotty a little bit of a lead. Fun fact, Scotty was the guy that knocked Zostia out of the winner's bracket in the tournament last summer, so maybe Zos will get a measure of revenge here if he can win this one. And let's see what's at Bomb Chorizo. And we have speed.
So no Bomb Chorizo fight today.
Oh well. It's always nice to get speed booster early. It unlocks a few items, makes Rec Shift a little bit more, a little bit better play than it would otherwise be, since you can check that reserve tank, and they'll be able to check the water white item.
It does make leaving here a little bit trickier than most of the other options.
Yep.
Oh, space jump at the Terminator.
Yeah, one of my favorite items, although a lot of runners don't like it because it's very easy to lose those space jumps. Okay, now we're going to get to the early supers room and see what we got here. And what have we got? Another E-tank.
Could be a reserve tank. Could be vanilla. Oh, they can't actually check the second miner there.
No, they can't. They don't have bombs. They don't have power bombs. So that one will forever be a mystery. And we got some more supers. So unfortunately, they're going to have to skip the Edikun spot.
Unless one of them wants to try doing moon dance.
If Black Elite John were here, I think we'd be seeing that, but I don't think any of these guys are going to do moon dance. We'll see if any of them fall. Fun part here is we'll see if any of them fall into the Decora pit here. Scotty almost just as I say it, almost. And some more missiles. So with that 3-2-1 ammo split, there are a few interesting things that can happen. So it is possible that the first power bombs could be in some really odd places. So we're gonna have to skip. We can't get the wavegate item. We can't get the charge item. We can't get the
Waterway
item. So yeah, we still no power bombs. Yeah, so this is not a full rando. It is major minor logic. Oh, and there's still no power bombs. And actually, one of the things that can also happen is we have seen seeds where spore spawn is required by the use of, because it's the first super missiles of the game. So a lot of things that you wouldn't have normally seen. As let's see, Zos is going to go up red tower. 3 miners up there. Hopefully one of those power bombs for him. Scotty going down. He's not going to be able to get into Kraid's lair right now. And we see an E-tank at Spazer. Certainly a healthy seed so far. And more missiles up red tower. Wow. This could be the whoever finds power bombs first.
I think there's only one item in red tower that you can actually check still.
Yeah, they can't. Yeah, that's correct. I believe the other that you need power bombs to get to that other one.
Power bombs to get to the back item. He opens the door but doesn't go through it.
Yeah, he realized. He can check the moat. No, he can't. That's power bomb door 2. Can't check the moat. So he's just going to go in a nice big circle.
Oh no, you do need power bombs to check that item as well.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, there's only one item you can get in red tower without power bombs. Yeah, it's spring ball at high jump.
Nice. They'll like that. Spring ball has all sorts of great uses, and with spring ball jumps being in logic in this version of the randomizer, certainly good to have that. Asi gonna check the ice beam item. Grapple beam, so that'll be nice. That'll give him easy access to wreck ship and easy way across. Well, they already have an easy way across X-ray since they have. And he's resetting. Okay. Maybe he didn't feel like he had enough energy or just decided not to keep it. They already have space gems, so grapple beam has less of a use.
Might be a Meridia steed though.
It could be. You would have to go back and get it, or would probably be better off. Tilmorph is about to realize he can't get into Kraid. Okay, so Scotty taking a lot of saves here. Zo's finishing his loop around. Okay, looks like we're going to see some Crocomire here. Quite a few quite a few miners in that area, so perhaps Power Bombs is over there. So a couple of fun facts, since we have this seed that doesn't have a whole lot of Power Bombs. In order for Power Bombs to show up as the first item in the Cathedral room, you need to have 5 E-Tanks available, so it's not going to be there most likely. It can show up behind in this Croc area, especially since they have Space Jump.
Well, there could still be power bombs there. It just wouldn't be the required
Right, they wouldn't
first
be
power
the
bombs.
only one. Oh, and Scotty, the first to find Power Bombs in Bubble Mountain.
Also,
Awesome.
normally,
Wave Beam. It's a nice pickup for Aussie there.
normally you can skip most of that Cathedral Hell Run by if you have Speed Booster by going through Frog Speedway.
Yep.
But if you don't have power bombs, you can't make it from the Frog Speedway area up to the rest of Bubble Mountain.
Right, exactly.
Tomorph is resetting again?
I did not see what happened there. Oh, you didn't know some of the soft. Yeah, I didn't know the soft law preventions. That's a shame. Yeah, I suppose Black Moon Sportsman is jealous of Croc because we actually go to Croc a little more often. One thing the runners could have done, they didn't actually have. They could have checked the backdoor Spore Spawn, but that risks a soft lock because to get. Actually, no, they can't because those are bomb blocks. They actually can't do that. They have to have. They could go to Spore Spawn and risk a soft lock.
Save. Anywhere.
Yeah, that would be one option, is to save in the room. Well, different is Zos has saved a few times. Oh, no, he has not. I was looking at Scotty's screen. So Zos is starting over again. Wow.
Neither of them actually soft locked. They just thought they soft locked because one of the patches for this randomizer, and also the older tournament randomizer, changes some of those blocks out for shot blocks, so you can, even if you don't have bombs.
And Aussie finds his first power bombs. And more power bombs for Scotty.
Looks like there's plenty of spots to find power bombs once you get
the first ones. Yeah. What's interesting, we'll see if anyone takes a gamble and goes back to the Brinstar areas to see if those, because there were about three major items that weren't picked up because of the location of those first power bombs.
I think 4 actually, if you count Atacoons.
Atacoons and Wavegate and because we also have Charge Beam and Waterway. It's easy to forget about Waterway since that's often skipped due to lack of speed booster.
Yeah. Booster gets the energy tank in the ceiling this time.
Uses the Gamer backup, which is a nice consistent strat. A little bit of interesting conversation going on in SRL about what changes were made to avoid soft locks too. But I'll put it this way, since this is just essentially an exhibition race. I mean, there's SRL points and all that, but the league not starting until Monday. It's a good time to make those mistakes rather than once the league actually starts.
I think every room in every side room in Bubble Mountain had power bombs.
Yeah, I think it sure seemed that way, didn't it? Let's see what's at the Norfair Reserve tank. Any tank. We'll allow them to get out of there.
It's also all three of the majors in Bubble Mountain were energy tanks.
Yeah, that kind of sucks when that happens.
Well, that does make the hell runs in the area a lot easier.
Sure does. Let's see if Scotty goes to Croc. Zosi's skipping right over that space jump. And goes back to get it. Okay, let's see where Ossie's going now. The runners without barrier or high jump. At this point, yeah, Ossie's going to clear out Bubble Mountain. At this point, we're probably going to see some wreck ship plays. Plus, because of the lack of power bomb, there's still X-ray and plus those 4 areas in Brinstar. So at this point, the runners could either go back to Brinstar and check those areas, or they could go up to the wreck ship. And Scotty goes ahead and keeps the grapple beam.
Trying to decide whether Crocomire is worth it or not, but I'm honestly not sure.
Well, Wave Beam is a nice item.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it's not the...
But
yeah,
I'm not sure how much
not
of
the...
a time save those really are.
Well, if they get Plasma and Charge, then X-Ray is pretty nice to have for the Microwave Beam. And Wave Beam adds damage.
But I'm just wondering if it's the extra damage is worth the 3 or 4 minutes it takes to go through Croc.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's a good question. Oh, and Ossie takes a death. I believe he's saved though. Meanwhile, Scotty's going to go into Crate since we couldn't go there before. Always smart to save before a hell run. Yeah, he's probably going to want to still get some of these E-tanks.
Yeah, he's still getting the reserve one at least.
Yeah, okay, we'll see if Scotty can get a nice quick kill on Crate here. And one good thing I'll point out for Zost and Telmorph is they know what all these items are, so it's a little bit easier for them to skip stuff. And an energy tank at Crate. Lots of energy. Okay, now we're going to see in just a second, we'll see what the other item in Crate's lair is. And it's just a reserve tank. He doesn't want that. Let's see where he decides to go next. He has, like I said, he's got a few options here. I think it was smart to go to Kraid when he did. If it had been Varia, that could have taken him down to lower Norfair if he is able to high jump with Lava Dive. Just like in the total rando tournament races, high jump with Lava Dive will never be forced, but it can give you a huge advantage if you actually can pull it off. Looks like Zost is going to go to Croc. So the one advantage I would say with going to Croc, we were talking about whether that was worth it, is the power bombs there were a little bit easier to get. You don't have to do that hell run in Cathedral.
This is... Oh, I don't think he picked up the energy tank in Spacer?
He skipped he skipped a few of them, I believe.
Energy tank.
Oh, he runs RBO. He's fine.
I don't think you can do the Cathedral hell run on 2E tanks.
It can be done. You have to get lucky on your drops. I've seen a clip of Behemoth doing it. Now, given that name, you can get an idea how difficult it is. But you know, Zost is in at that level, so. But even with Behemoth, I believe it took just the lucky drops that were there. And X-Ray is Screw Attack. That's a good item to get, especially before lower Norfair. Space Jump and Screw Attack, very powerful combination.
Screw Attack also makes gives you a few more options for the Fantoon fight, since you can just spin through his flames.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd call it options. Enraging Fantoon is never a good idea, but at least if you do it by accident, you have a nice safety there.
Yeah.
And I don't know anybody that hasn't at least once miscounted and fired that last super one early. Okay, and Scotty's gonna go check the Brinstar areas. So to give you an idea, in a typical RBO run, they'll run through the Cathedral area with 2 regular energy tanks and a reserve tank. And like I said, to do it with 2 energy tanks, I believe the only way it works is if you have some really lucky drops. Okay.
More energy.
More energy. I don't think he's... Yeah, at this point, he's not going to take that at this point.
There's not that many more items that aren't energy tanks.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing is, if everything else is an energy tank, something's got to eventually be something useful. Let's see what's that waterway. Another energy tank. Oh boy. Well, they've got wave beams, so at least the wave gate will be easy.
Scudder doesn't have wave beam.
Oh, Scotty hasn't picked that up yet. He didn't go to Croc. Well, he'll do the glitch then.
Yeah, he has 12 supers.
For him, that should be more than enough. Let's see what we got. Nice first try.
I don't think that Moonfall saves time.
Not a lot. Another V-tank. Speed booster was at Bomb Chorizo. So this seed, they got all their movement items really early, getting Space Jump and Speed Booster. Well, I shouldn't say all, but a bunch of movement items very early. But it took a long time to find power bombs. Well, we got one more Brinstar item to check.
It's probably another energy tank.
Probably. I believe Croc Missiles was one of the power bomb tanks they eventually found. And we have reserved, and he jumps right into it. I don't think he meant to take that, but, you know, oh well. But he does want those supers. We haven't seen Charge Beam yet. It'd be nice to have at least 30 supers before Norfair, before lower Norfair.
How many
Oh,
energy
no.
tanks has Scotty skipped? Oh, Tilmorph.
Did he? Sounds like he went to Spore Spawn, and yeah. See, the problem with the Spore Spawn play here is if you really want to save before you do that. Because if you get down and you kill Spore Spawn and it's not supers or power bombs, whichever one you're missing, you can't get out. So it adds an extra little wrinkle here into this.
I think Totori has skipped 4 energy tanks now.
It sounds about right.
And 1 reserve tank. So there's 3 energy tanks left and 2 reserves.
I believe that. That sounds right to me. You gotta start finding stuff.
This is something else.
I suspect he'll check wreck ship. Maybe he'll check Gauntlet. Gauntlet with screw attack and space jump is basically free. It's very easy to get through there, as opposed to with just bombs. Aussie, in the meantime, wants to skip all the Brinstar items. Looks like he's just going to go to wreck ship. He doesn't know it, but that's going to be the right play. Yep, Scotty's going to go ahead and check that Gauntlet area. Remind you, the Gauntlet can't be a suit, so I'm not sure. I don't know that I would check Gauntlet here. Could be Charge Beam, could be Ice Beam. Those are both useful.
Well, could be any beam, really.
Yeah, well, high jump boots. There you go. That's a nice item to pick up. Not quite as necessary with space jump, but really, it's everybody likes high jump boots. Much easier to do.
Suitless Meridia will be really handy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we've seen high jump and we've seen grapple, so Suitless Meridia is still on the table. So just like in the total rando, even though there's a lot of things you can do with spring ball jumps, and spring ball jumps are in the logic, it's still for the gravity suit to be in Meridia, you still need to have high jump, ice, and grapple available before you go there. One nice change that I didn't mention is, since we haven't seen gravity yet, they did change it so we can't have gravity in the sand pit anymore, to which I am very grateful. That is the absolute worst spot to get an item, in my opinion. Okay, Aussie into his Fantoon fight.
Looks like Totori is going to be just behind him.
Yep. Nice speedball.
Oh, so he never picked up his grapple beam on the way out of Norfair.
Pretty much the only thing that can't be behind Shack Tool is Gravity Suit. So Gravity Suit can be... Okay, so just like in the Total Randomizer, the suits cannot be in Criteria, they cannot be in the Retro Brinstar area, Varia cannot be in Lower Norfair, and Gravity Suit can only be in now 2 places in Meridia, either the Batwoon, Energy Tank, or Mama Turtle.
I think there's 3 ways in logic to get to Shack Tool. Ice Clip.
Yep.
Or you can do it the normal way with using the grapple block, or you can also X-ray climb. All 3 enter in logic.
X-ray climb, no, but there is a bomb drum trick that you can use that's in logic. Okay. Looks like Joseph just picked up his screw attack. See where he heads next. And Aussie done with Fantoon. So we'll start to see what's in Wreck Ship. And Scotty right behind him, finishing up his Fantoon. Okay, so let's see what's at the Wreck Ship Right Super. So this is the one change that was made in both the Total Randomizer and kept in this one, is that to make Wreck Ship a more a better play and have more value, they switched the High Jump Boots E-Tank with the Wreck Ship Right Supers. Unfortunately, it's just an E-Tank. Aussie's skipping it. I'm sure Scotty will skip it. Well, maybe not. He's kind of low on energy. He might use it as a refill. Nope. Oh, he changed. Yeah, he thought better of that. Yeah, I think that's a good call. Especially with Spiky Room of Death coming up without any suits. That's known to kill a lot of runners in the tournament last summer.
So is checking Billy Mays?
Why? Okay, well, maybe.
There's nothing else this way.
No, there isn't.
Maybe he's too used to the crossover randomizer?
Yeah. Well, we've had runners that have had that issue before. And Aussie says, I don't want Spazer. Let's see what Scotty does when he sees Spazer.
Don't think Scotty saved for her.
Well, he picks it up. It's not a bad idea. I mean, it does give you more damage output, and who knows where plasma is. They might never see it. And Seffi's sharing his feelings about Spazer as usual in chat. Okay, 2 more items in Wreck Ship. At this point, I feel like one of these has to be Ice Beam or a suit.
Yeah.
Because I think we've checked everywhere else. In order for them to go to Meridia, they still need Ice Beam.
Yeah, it has to be Ice Beam or a suit in one of these last 2 items.
Okay, and let's see. I don't believe he checked the reserve tank item ahead of time. Which makes sense. I mean, at this point, you're almost certain to have to pick it up. If the gravity suit item is what you need, then you just leave. And if it's not, then you're definitely going to want to check it. Looks like Zeus is going to do his Brinstar cleanup now.
And his Plasma Beam. So that means that the gravity item has to be Ice or Gravity.
Pretty much. I believe that's correct.
Although it's still a good idea to get that reserve item.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, absolutely. Aussie will be feeling pretty good about skipping that Spazer Beam when he sees what he's getting here.
Yeah.
Question is, where will Aussie go next if it's Ice Beam? He's gonna have to go get that grapple beam. He's gonna have to go find those high jump boots.
He's probably gonna also go looking through Green Brinstar.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Or green and pink.
Okay, here we go. See who checks it first. This guy's gonna go pick up his plasma beam. Let's see, and it is Ice Beam. Oh, suitless confirmed. Unfortunately, I think, yeah, Aussie doesn't quite know it yet.
I think... No, Scotty hasn't checked Crocomire yet. He could still think that it is Crocomire heading a suit. Or he might just go for Suitless Meridia anyway.
He might. I mean, at this point, he's got everything he needs for Suitless Meridia. It's a risk from his point of view, but it's definitely a time save if you don't have to check Croc. Ossie's going to start up by checking Gauntlet, pick up those high jump boots. So it'll be interesting to see if he decides to check the rest of Brinstar, or if he decides to commit to Suitless Meridia, because he knows where Grapple Beam is. He could just go get it and go do some Suitless.
I think he'll probably go check the rest of Brinstar, since there's 4 items there. It's pretty probable that one of them is going to be something useful.
Yeah, from his point of view, yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we know different.
And doing Suitless Meridia with Spring Ball makes it a lot easier to have it as a backup. If you, like, say, freeze something out of place or accidentally kill it, you can just use Spring Ball jumps to get around it.
Yeah, Spring Ball jumps are really useful in getting up to the Main Street area. Looks like Zos has finished his Brinstar cleanup. I suspect he'll go to Wreck Ship next.
I'll probably check Gauntlet on the way.
On the way in or on the way out, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, Ossie's gonna go ahead and check the Brinstar areas. Now let's see what Sky decides to do. Nice Spring Ball jump into an area that isn't very often used. I think that little area, yeah, it looks like, yeah, Sky's gonna go straight to Meridia. He doesn't know it right now, but that's gonna be a good play for him. Question is whether he's gonna check Mama Turtle or go straight to the Botwoon E-Tank. Oh, and Tilborf takes another death in the Ice Beam area. That's rough. And Sky doing a Spring Ball jump. What you do is you jump with Spring Ball off, mid-air morph, hit the pause button before you jump, preferably. And if you turn Spring Ball back on and jump as you come out of it when you're at your peak, you get an extra jump out of it. Scotty doing it like a pro. But one of the things I like about this tournament, I'm going to highlight Tilmore for a second. This tournament, I apologize. Ponk's going to deduct about 1,000 points from me. One thing about this league is it's open to anybody. I'm entering it, and I can talk pretty well about this game, but I am way underskilled compared to some of these other runners. But it's for fun, and we haven't quite figured out the number of matches. It's gonna be something like 16 to 18 that we're guaranteed, and so we're gonna have fun. And yeah, I don't expect to win a whole lot of matches, but that's okay. For a newer runner like that, we're gonna have those newer runners just like me and like Tilmorph. And I think that's great that the community gets some of these newer people, and we have an E-Tank at Mama Turtle. So pretty certain that Gravity Suit has to be a Botwoon at this point.
It could be Variasuit as well.
Yeah, it could be. That's actually a really good point.
Gravity could be
Gravity being Lower Norfair. Yep, that's right. And then Scotty will have a choice to make. Does he do a full-on Suitless Meridia, or does he go straight to Lower Norfair? Another Spring Ball jump here. Zost, in the meantime, is on his Fantoon fight. Looks like Asi has finished his Brinstar cleanup, so I suspect he's going to head out to Meridia next. And we'll keep an eye on the other runners in the background. So far, we haven't had anyone finish, although at this point, I think this is not... Well, it's only 40 minutes in. There's no way anyone's going to finish this seed in particular. But we'll keep an eye out for that. And so far, nobody's forfeited, which is good. One of the interesting wrinkles about the league is you actually get 3 points for a win, 2 points on the rare occasion that you get a tie, but you get 1 point if you lose to encourage people to not forfeit, and you get no points for a forfeit. So my goal when I play is going to be pretty much to finish.
Looks like Scotty is aware of the fact that gravity suit can't be at the left sand pit.
Yep. And Asi goes back and gets his grapple beam, so he's going to be heading up to Meridia. Sky doing a very nice job with the ice clip on the Metroid there. Oh, careful, Scotty. Oh boy. When's the last time he saved? Oh, let's see. And his ammo is not looking great either. This is one of those places you can soft lock through lack of ammo since Bot Wound doesn't give you any drops. Oh, and he does it like a pro. 6 energy left. Yep. Well, it's probably not such a bad thing when you have 6 energy.
Yeah.
And still has enough supers to get through to Dragon should he decide to go all the way through.
There's also the farming spot in this room. It is gravity.
And it is gravity. Okay, so he's gonna probably go ahead and finish Meridia and keep on looking for that Varia suit.
Which means that Varia suit is at could be at Dragon.
Could be at any of
the Shack Tool or West
or Sandpit. Yep, could be at any of those places.
Other than Bot Moon, none of our Dragon, none of those are terribly fun to check.
No, not at all.
Pretty far out of the way.
Well, and the plasma room also has the issue that you can't get out of it unless you have the right items. Fortunately, these guys have both plasma and screw attack, so it's very easy to get out of there. And speed booster. Which is the worst way to have to do it. Ooh. Let's see. Oh. Does Asi know the spring ball jump? Yeah, there he's going for it.
Spring ball jumps. The Telemorph is...
He's back in Spore Spawning? Or did he die at Spore Spawn? And Asi gets that spring ball jump. And here we go. Let's see what method... too bad Sky doesn't have the X-ray scope. He could have done the microwave beam, but we'll see if he goes for...
his charge either.
Oh, good point. Yeah, forget about that pesky charge beam. So he could do Shine Sparks or he could do the grapple kill here. See if Asi... Looks like Asi's going to go ahead and check Mama Turtle. Yep, we're going to go Shine Spark.
Very fast ray gun kill.
So you're gonna check, see that this is not gravity, and Varia. So this is an interesting point for Scotty here. His ammo is not enough for Mother Brain. It's enough for Ridley. So he still needs to find Charge Beam or pick up a lot more ammo. So the question is he going to check anywhere else in Meridia before he heads off to Norfair?
Looks like he's banking on charge. He didn't check the item in the back of Raygon.
So I suppose what I would do, I would probably check the sand pit, because on the way down to Lower Norfair, and save Plasma and Shack Tool for on my way back up if I don't find it in Lower. And he hasn't checked.
Plasma.
Well, there you go. Prove me wrong. He also still hasn't gone to Croc, so that could be a play he makes later on. Although I suspect he'll only make that play if he doesn't full clear Meridia and it's not in Lower Norfair. Okay, let's see what we got.
Looks like 2 more free sets since the Sportsman item was not power bombs. Well, they did save this time.
Always a good thing to do in that situation.
Somewhere he made it past.
Yeah, looks like he's going to make the Croc play, which is probably a good play for him. Okay, so now Scotty can go to Shack Tool, he can go to the Sand Pit, or he could just go straight to Lower Norfair. Let's see what he does. Or he could go to Croc still.
I did not see what the item was at.
Plasma? It was a reserve tank.
Okay.
So by the direction that Scotty's going, I suspect he's going to go check that sand pit. Taking a route similar to what we do in Hundo. And so it's grabbing that grapple beam. Looks like he'll go to Meridia next, I suspect. So the first PBs were in a couple places. You could get them in the missiles behind Crocomire. There also were some power bombs in Bubble Mountain. And yes, Scotty changed his name again. And it's an E-tank.
Sand pit.
Let's see, does he check Shack Tool or does he leave it for after Lower Norfair? Let's see what direction. Nope, looks like he's going to leave it for after Lower Norfair.
Yeah, I think it makes more sense to do Crocomire before you try to go for Shack Tool.
Yeah, probably.
Since there's 2 items there and it's more or less it's a similar time loss, but
yep.
Crocomire gives you 2 items instead of 1. And a handful of miners as well.
Yep.
This is not a terribly beginner-friendly seed.
No, this really isn't. And actually, that's one of the interesting features about this randomizer setting that we're using, is that it can be set at different difficulty levels, and what difficulty level it is set at is actually one of the things that gets randomized in this thing. So progression can be faster or slower, and that's randomized, and how the general difficulty of it can be randomized. And Scotty will be the first down to Lower Norfair.
guess now the question is Charge Beam going to be somewhere in Lower Norfair, or is it going to be
at Shack Tool? There's only 4 places that we haven't seen. That number varies from the different runners that we have here.
He's just finishing up his Dragon as well. So he'll be getting his various suit in a moment.
Like Zost hasn't checked Bubble Mountain yet, so he's gonna find some more E-tanks there for himself. And there it is. Well, 50 minutes in, and we actually have some go mode going on. Wow. I don't expect Scotty to check anything else. He's pretty happy he didn't check that Shack Tool.
I think the only thing that could help him right now is Wave Beam.
Yeah, but he's not going to get that because there's no way he's going to Croc.
It means that none of the or X-ray kill wasn't, or Metroid wasn't in Logic. Let's see.
Nope. Didn't get to use it.
Because in order to get Charge Beam, you need Various Suit, which you need to kill Dragon for, which you need Gravity Suit for, which you need to kill Bot Wound, which you need Ice Beam to get to Bot Wound, and you need to get Ice Beam to kill Ben too.
Sounds like a Link to the Past fetch quest.
He's decided to get that energy tank because he's a little bit low.
That's the time to take him.
I think Sosti's realizing that he has to go to Suitless Meridian now.
Yep. Until Mark doing my favorite Shine Spark of the game to get to his high jump boots and Gauntlet. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to get out of there very easily. It is possible to charge your way out of that.
Yeah, he hasn't found the attack yet.
Right, it's a very tight short charge.
I guess he was hoping for bombs or screw attack.
Yeah. And I believe it's 30 shots with Plasma Ice here. But yeah, it is possible to get out of Gauntlet with Speed Booster there, but like I said, it's a very tight short charge.
And he also wouldn't have the energy for the spark anyway.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Although he could just space jump with the speed echoes, which would that'd be kind of difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks Canadian Owl for confirming my number there. And Scotty with a very nice Ridley kill there.
Yeah. He's not even checking the Ridley E-Tank. If there's any major item you would check, it's the Ridley E-Tank.
He doesn't need it at this point.
Yeah.
Like you said, I mean, the only majors we haven't seen, I believe, are bombs. At this point, it'd just be redundant. And he doesn't know that Wave Beam can't be there, but we do. give him a little more damage output, but the other uses of Wave Beam are already long past.
Yeah, and I think the only thing left for him that Wave Beam would do is take it from 30 shots to 20 shots on Mother Brain.
Exactly.
Which I don't think that's worth the 14 seconds or that it would take to check the Ridley E-Tank even.
Yep.
Even assuming it was there.
And Ossie's about to get his charge beam. Looks like he made the smart play of not checking Shack Tool either. I don't believe he checked Plasma either. Zeus is going to check Mama Turtle and find it's only an E-Tank. And he even picks it up. That surprises me. For some... Yeah, well... I mean, the only thing
gambling in charge.
The only thing I can think of is his ammo count and his energy tank count actually makes it so he could I suppose try and do Variolous Lower Norfair if Barry was in a trolly enough spot. I don't know that I'd particularly recommend that, although for someone of his caliber, if there's anyone that could do it. But just to give you an idea, in the tournament last summer, Variolous Lower Norfair was done twice. Twice successfully, I should say. There were several other runners that tried to do it and failed, but neither one of those runners won their match. Yeah. Seeing some interesting exchanges in SRL, but still no one's forfeited yet, so let's hear it for the runners. This is a very trolly seed. And kudos to everybody staying with it. Looks like Zos took a save before he heads up to Batwoon. Oh, he's gonna check the sand pit. He doesn't realize that the sand pit won't hold gravity.
Oh, and he falls into the right sand pit.
Like I said, that's a change that I welcome. We'll just have to make it. We'll have to make some of these changes a little more clear. Everybody knows where to look it up. I don't know if everybody has managed to actually do so. Ossie goes in for his Ridley fight. He has the full beam combo, so he'll only take 20 shots.
He's making his way down to Turian now. Just as Ossie finishes up Ridley.
And Scotty not having bombs, he could have power bombed those Metroids, but he chooses just to reset the room. Taking it a little bit slower the second time around.
I'm guessing he probably wants the drops.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna want more supers. Our supers are pretty good now. At the time when you had 10 and 10, that's what you would go in with low ice, in which case you have very, very exact ammo counts in order to get through Mother Brain 1. Mother Brain 1 takes 6 projectiles to break the glass and then 3,000 damage with a combination of missiles and super missiles to get through. And if you run out of that ammo before you kill her, or before you get onto Mother Brain 2, you will soft lock.
Unless you can manage to pull off a reverse Zeb skip.
Yeah, that's right. Well, no, you're in his case, you'd still be soft lock because he only has 10 missiles, and you're not going to be able to refill those supers.
Yeah. Well,
And you can't go back.
Reverse
Can't
Zeb
go
skip
back.
and then leave all of Turian in time.
You can't leave Turian once you get past.
Oh, really?
You can't leave Turian once you get past that last Metroid room. Yeah, if you have enough missiles, then you can go back and refill the missiles and do it that way.
I think that takes 40 missiles? Yeah, it takes 36 missiles, so...
36.
You'd have to have 8 missile packs.
Yep. And Scotty missing the baby skip.
It's pretty hard to get that, especially without wave beam. You have to make a lot of
Yeah.
shots to get through those blocks.
Wave beam really makes a difference on the baby skip. This from someone that's never actually done it, but... Okay, Zos makes quick work of Batwoon. He'll be happy to find his gravity suit behind there. Asi's making his way up to Torian. And poor Tilmorph's still looking for power bombs. Yeah, I think what he's... The seed, what it really seems to want you to do is to go over to Crocomire using the green gate glitch and get your first power bombs there. Because the hell run that Tilmorph is doing right now is not actually officially in logic until you have 4 E-tanks. And he only has 3. Let's see if he can make it across. If he can make it across, he'll find his power bombs. Come on, Tilmorph, almost there, and he gets there.
There's a save here, just in case.
Oh, don't die to the waiver. Oh, that would be the worst. Get through the hell run and you die to the waiver? No, don't do it.
Yeah, Zosti seems to be resigned to not having charge beam. He's picking up all the ammo he can find.
Well, it still needs quite a bit more, so we'll see.
Whereas he's preparing for not being able to find charge beam.
Which I think is smart. It's interesting to see the different approaches people take. Some people take ammo until they get charge beam. Others will take a chance they're going to find charge beam. Or in some cases, they completely bank on finding charge beam. Yeah, and chat makes a good point. Scotty, of the 4 of these runners, Scotty has definitely done the most randos by far of any of them. At least the regular Super Metroid randos.
Not quite sure if Zosti got the spike suit there.
Yeah, I didn't quite see it.
I think he got it, but it's kind of hard to tell with spike suit since it doesn't actually have any sort of visual cue.
Yeah. Scotty's so far doing a nice stand-up glitch.
And he did get it.
Yep, he got it. Should we ever doubt? Yeah, the spike suit doesn't save quite as much time when you already have the space jump screw attack combo. You can just go through that room very quickly with that, since you don't have to worry about getting hurt. Zos is not quite in go mode. He still needs to either pick up charge beam or ammo. The question is, which is he gonna go for? Scotty gets through his stand-up glitch just fine. No soft locks there. Looks like Zos is not going to check the rest of Meridia. We'll see if he checks GT.
I did already check Sandpit on the way in.
Right. So another change, and for those of you who know Ponk, he's the one that created all the settings on this, with the other admins agreeing and to his settings. The animals are vanilla.
Tori gets the blue bomber.
Very fun strat, a little swag. So we'll see if Scotty will save the animals here. There was no way Ponk was going to make a rando version that didn't have a normal save the animals thing. Well, you can troll the animals in the sense of opening the door, but you don't get to kill them.
Just another death in the hell runs. As this, he does not yet have charge.
And Scotty, or Totori, has done with an official SRL time of 106.44. GG, Scotty. In the meantime, Aussie gets to his Mother Brain 1 fight. Okay, looks like we're gonna get Scotty in here for an interview. Hey Scotty, how you doing?
Good.
Well, how about that seed? Wow.
It was actually really similar to one we had yesterday, except
Oh yeah?
a little less trolly.
A little less
Picture everything that I did, like the suitless Meridia stuff.
Yep.
But then instead of gravity suit being at Botwoon, Varia suit was at Botwoon.
Oh, you know, we were
Gravity
talking
suit
about
was in Lower Norfair.
Yeah, we were talking about that as a possibility too.
Yeah, I was hoping it was not going to be there. I was so happy to see Gravity.
So, did you when you had that seed, did you go finish up Meridia, or did you go straight down to Lower Norfair when you found that Varia suit?
I honestly should have finished up Meridia, but I didn't. I bailed. And, I lost because of it, but
Ah,
it was against Sloaters, so probably would have lost
Yeah.
either way.
oh, that's a pretty good player right there. So yeah, so what do you want to say about this league? Because now we got a couple admins talking about it.
Just it's gonna be really fun, and everyone should either take part or come join and check the stream out. Either way, it's this Varia randomizer is something else.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot more variation. I think it's amazing
For
how
sure.
much more variation I'm seeing in these seeds than we saw in the tournament seeds from last summer.
Yeah, the tournament you get like 1 or 2 seeds every once in a while that would have a really nice, Varia at like Spring Ball or something. But then most seeds would be not too bad. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of suitless seeds in these. I don't know.
Well,
A
and the
lot of
ammo.
where the heck are power bombs?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Remind me, you found the power bombs in Bubble Mountain?
Yeah, there were some at Bubble Mountain. There were like 2 or
Yeah. So the other, we think the intended route was to go through Frog Speedway and go down to Croc, and get your first power bombs there. That's what Aussie did.
Oh, as soon as I saw them,
Everyone else did.
Yeah, I think you're right.
yeah, as soon as I actually saw them like in Bubble Mountain, I was like, well, clearly have
I
to
have
go
'em.
get them. So I wouldn't abandon them to go visit Croc. I'll tell you that.
No, absolutely not.
I didn't
Yeah,
even see Crocs.
No, that was you didn't. Yeah, you only missed Wave Beam out of that, so that was probably a good play. And my other question is, so you looks like you were banking on Charge Beam.
Oh yeah, very much.
So, what was your thought process going straight down to Lower Norfair instead of checking Shack Tool? I think it was the right move, and it turned out to pay off. But
Yeah, there's a general kind of rule of thumb. Regardless of what you're looking for, it's always better to just kind of head to bosses rather than look around. So I did check Plasma just because it's kind of, I don't know, coming out of Dragon. It's just right there, so I figure I'll do that. And then I always, if I'm heading to Lower Norfair and still need majors, just go swing by Left Sandpit.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah, I just was kind of hoping I didn't have to do the Shack Tool play.
Oh, we see bombs on Zostes. Yeah, he's been picking up a lot. And Aussie has done with an official SRL time of 1:11:31, and right behind him is Toasty Muffins with an official SRL time of 1:12:02. GG to both of them. Okay, you got anything else you want to say there? Anything else you want to ask him, Shala?
What was the? Did Aussie do the same route pretty much, or did everyone do the same route pretty much?
There was some variations. So Aussie went to, like I said, he went to Croc, and he did direct ship before the Brinstar cleanup. And Zos did a big loop around. He was counting on Red Tower having his power bombs, and that didn't happen.
Oh no.
And Tilmorph is just having trouble getting through. He's just managed to get his first power bombs just recently. And of course everybody else isn't on stream, so you'd have to ask them. It looks like Aussie's going to come in here too.
All right, I'm gonna head out. Thanks for the commentary.
Yeah, thank you for stopping by, Scotty.
No problem.
Thank you.
And while we're waiting for Aussie, yeah, just a couple things. So, we're gonna have a division announcement. So we have about 60 odd entrants into the league, and we're gonna split them into either 4 or 5 divisions, and we're gonna announce those divisions on our new channel called the Randomizer League channel. It's on Twitch. And we're going to announce all the divisions on Sunday at 9 Eastern. So go ahead and check out that. And then the league matches are going to start on Monday. So we're really, really close to this actually happening. And so, this just came about. Scotty and I and Ponk and I believe in Sloters and Drake, we're all talking on Ponk's Discord one day. And we just said, let's just do it. And we started a Discord and we got everybody in. And next thing you know, we've got 60 some odd entrants, and yeah, it's going to be really exciting. So I hope you all tune in. Matches will be streamed either on Speed Gaming channels or on our new Randomizer League channel. So I hope you all tune in, whether it's in one or the other.
And it does look like Zosti managed to miss Charge Beam. So he's going around looking for ammo.
Well, he had more ammo to begin with, so.
Yeah. Still needs...
Let me go ahead.
10 more super missiles.
And we have Aussie, how you doing? Okay, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I think neither of us can hear you.
Okay, there's the Randomizer League channel for you. Okay. Aussie, are you there? And Zoe's still checking for ammo.
He is one of anything short right now.
He could go with this ammo. It's not really recommended because he'd have to go back and refill, and you wouldn't be able to use Zeb Skip to do it that way. He's better off getting one more missile pack, and he'll be ready to go. He'll still have to refill for the doors, but he can. The rule of thumb is 40-60. Really, you want 45-60 to be able to deal with it with the doors. Looks like Ossie's having some trouble with his audio, so we may not actually get him in after.
I believe you need 36 missiles from Mother Brain 1 and then 60
Right.
from Mother Brain 2.
Right, but you got to remember,
So
there's
you
also
can
the
break
doors.
The glass and then leave.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you can get away with a little bit less if you're willing to actually destroy the Zebs with missiles and refill, but that is a time sink. That's not the way to do it.
He'll probably grab the 2 minor items in Gauntlet.
In the meantime, I almost missed it. TG Derp has finished in 4th place with an official SRL time of 1:14:08. GG.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. How are you doing, Aussie?
So I just restarted Discord. I guess that.
Sometimes I've had that happen to me too. In the meantime, Woody is done with an official SRL time of 1:16:58 in 5th place. GG to Woody. Okay, so what did you think of that seed?
I think. Well, I'm imagining that I did the same thing as everyone else, routing wise.
There was some variation. So, Scotty you went to Croc and got your power bombs there. Scotty went to Bubble Mountain and he got his power bombs there. He never touched Croc. Zoe spanked on power bombs being at Red Tower and ended up having to do a loop around. So it was actually pretty bit of a, actually not as similar as you might have thought.
Oh, Red Tower, you say?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a gamble location.
It is.
To check.
It is a gamble. If you don't find your power bombs, you're stuck going back in that loop. So what?
Anyway, I didn't have enough E-tanks to be comfortable in going to Bubble Mountain, so I went to Croc.
I think it's smart. Yeah, 3 is what the typical RBO. Actually, it's 2 in a reserve, but that's pretty tight.
Yeah. I turned down Grapple. Like, I only need that in case it's suitless.
Yeah, we talked about it when that happened. So, so yeah, I had to go back and get it.
Yeah, but then you get to the top of Wreck Ship, and all that's there is Ice Beam. So you don't know how to feel. But my suitless Meridia is very happy with how I played it.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Yeah.
Saw a few spring ball jumps in there too.
Yeah, I actually forgot I had spring ball. Then I killed the fish, and it's like, I have to spring ball jump. No, actually, my first time doing that jump out of the tube breaking and landing on the fish. I haven't tried that before.
Nice. So you're also entered into the league. So what do you think of that upcoming?
It's kind of a bit of a slow pace to it. Kind of chill, I guess. Like, in the Discord, you have people that are doing 3 in a row seeds.
Yeah.
Races. But then the league is just 1 a week.
Right. Yeah, when we set it up, we didn't want to make it too much of an overburden.
Yeah, so it should be fine to fit in every week.
Yeah, we're happy you're joining us.
So how did you feel about the green, like pink and green Prince Star after you found Ice Beam and Wreck Ship?
Oh.
I guess I was just feeling behind because I figured everyone else would be going the same route, and we've already checked it all.
Oh, and to
I think
interrupt,
they're a little better.
to interrupt first, yeah, Zos got the slow-mo. So, so what happened there was he got caught by the baby, as he was leaving the room, which just slows you up completely. So in order to get rid of that, he's gonna have to go and save and reset. Okay, so go on, Aussie.
I'd say about, I don't know, when I got to Edicoons, maybe. He was looking like a suitless Meridia. But then I just had to keep checking the pink Brinster just to be sure.
Yeah, it's on the way at that point anyway. And then Charge Beam. So then, of course, Charge Beam being down at Screw Attack. Did you? I'm trying to remember. Did you? You didn't check much of Meridia after Dragon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So I got Gravity Suit, Various Suit, and then I was looking for Charge Beam, but I only had the 2 places in Meridia, I think. Plasma and Spring Ball.
Yep.
And there were a bunch more in Lower Northern, so I was just gonna check those for Charge Beam.
Yeah, fortunately it paid off for you. I don't believe Zost reset. He looks like he's still on that slow-mo, so... He did save, though.
Yeah, so if he does fail the escape because of the slow-mo...
he'll just be back in there. Yeah, it'll be fine. So yeah, Zost didn't ever pick up Charge Beam, so he's got the missiles, the super missile kill going. Okay, got any more questions for Aussie there, Shala?
I don't think so.
You got anything else for us, Aussie?
I can comment that it's pretty interesting, like coming over directly from the combo randomizer. Before this, I haven't played nearly any races with the Super Metroid community.
Yeah.
So I just come over and all the skills are transferred. It's great.
Well, let me ask you this: were you more of a Link to the Past runner before the combo randomizer came out?
I am, but it's for the randomizer part of it.
Right.
So it's about puzzling out the randomizer, not so much playing as Link.
Sure.
Sword stuff.
Yeah, that's a pretty big community.
Then in combo, you bring the Link to the Past randomizer into Super Metroid. So you have Super Metroid mechanics, but a whole bunch of progression blockers.
Yep. Yeah, but I've seen you do the combo, so yeah, it's a pretty neat thing that they came up with that too.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, anything else?
No, that's all for me.
Okay, well, thank you for coming on. I mean, I know it's gotta be pretty late for you, so we're really glad you came out and raced tonight.
Yep, thanks for commentating.
You're welcome. Okay, in the meantime, Zos has finished up his Mother Brain 2. Managed to not soft lock, but with the ammo that he has. Let's see if he can get through this with slow-mo.
He smartly decided not to go for stand-up glitch
Since he doesn't have Charge Beam.
If you don't have a Charge Beam, there's really not much of a point, since...
Okay, let's see how, that was pretty cool.
One thing that maybe slow-mo does do is it lets you charge short charges even shorter.
Yeah. Oh wow. I want to. It is possible. I've seen it done. You can finish with the slow-mo.
I think that you can finish with almost a minute left with the slow-mo. You can even finish it and save the animals. Although it's pretty tight on that one.
Yeah. And he's even gonna do a moonfall in the last moonfall of the game.
Oh, doesn't quite
Which
get
feels
it.
like normal. I think he did get it, but it's hard to say because of the slow-mo.
I don't think slow-mo affects your vertical speed.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I believe it's only horizontal speed.
I will say, since you're the expert, does it affect the vertical speed? He missed. Okay.
Yeah, I think probably got
And he misses. Oh, this could be bad. Let's see if he can. He's got the short charge in the acid.
only takes him like 3 steps.
Come on. There we go. And manages to get the left side spark.
Yeah, so I think the horizontal movement of the spark got reduced by the slow-mo.
Yeah. Looks like it.
Which gonna go off at a weird angle. Looks like he's still making it with a fair amount of time to spare.
Yeah, looks like he'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't think he would quite have enough time to save the animals after
No, not at this point.
the spark. Yeah, I think the reason why he missed the moonfall is because between the baby skip slowdown, or yeah, the slowdown from the baby and the slowdown from House League move and moonwalk, he basically doesn't even move at all.
Okay, so we have a comment from Scotty. I'm a charging my lasers. And Zost did finish with an official SRL time of 1:26:56 GG. Okay. And so far, still haven't had any forfeits in this race, which is really cool considering the trolliness of this seed. Until Marf's still going.
Yeah. There's still 3 others in the race that are not on stream.
Yep. And honestly, the okay. Unfortunately, it looks like we're gonna need to cut the stream short. We'll see how much time we have left to stay with this. But really, GG to Tillmore for one of our newer runners to get in here and do this. To put himself out there, let himself be restreamed. Really great job. And like I said, just goes to show that the variance of abilities we have in this league. You know, we have one of the best in the world at any percent in Zost, and we have some really good rando runners like Scotty McBody and Ponk or Totori. And then we have people like me and Tillamorph who, are fairly inexperienced and, newer to all this stuff. And, putting yourself out there like that, it takes a lot. So certainly GG to him for staying with it. Let me see. So we're going to wrap this up in just a second. But let's just make sure you have an opportunity to follow these runners. So if you want to see Tillamorph finish, go ahead and click on his Twitch link right there. You can watch him finish up. We have a few other runners in the background that you could watch finish up as well. And we're going to have to cut it off here. So thank you, Shalska, for joining me on commentary. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you as well.
Thank you to Speed Gaming for broadcasting this. And thank you to everyone in chat. Thank you to Speed Gaming again. And thank you to all the other admins. And really, I'm really gonna point out to Tori or Scotty McBody because he was the one. I talked about this earlier. He and I and Ponk and Sloters and Drake all were talking about this a few weeks ago and getting this all set up. But he was I would say he was the main driving force to make this happen. So a big shout out to him for getting us all started on this road. And look for our matches and tune in. You got anything else, Shell?
No, I think covered just about everything.
Okay, so as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you may be.